Please enter your name. My name is Salty. Oops. There we go. Nothing more, nothing less. Alright. Okay, so this does have quite a cast of characters here. So they should each have a unique voice. I think there's what, like 4 girls and and me, of course. So, oh wait, hold on. Before we get too started, let me handle something real quick. Hold on. Y'all just enjoy this music for a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Fucking dryer's trying to catch on fire here, literally. Okay. Well, I can assume by the number of E's and Y's in this is probably a woman. And since I've seen this before, I know it's a woman, so we're gonna give it a very feminine voice. Oh god, forgive me. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. To me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Okay, now I gotta do my voice. Let's see, how do I want to sound here? I'm thinking like, What do you mean you're done, Gav? Come back. I need all the viewers I can get. There we go. Okay. I'm thinking to offset her, I need to do like a, like a big burly black man. How do I even... Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you's ass. That's racist. Oh my god, this is gonna get old quick. Alright. Hey, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I like that voice better. That's mean, Salty. Oh Christ. Anyways. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Squiggly. Whatever you say, Sayori. Squiggly. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Salty, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. You know what I'm saying? Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Motherfucker, talking about joining no goddamn club. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't let me keep worrying about you. I look at a few clubs if it makes you happy, girl. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Fucking lisp. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay, Squiggly. Focus. Focus, Chris. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Alright, what do we got here? The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. What does it mean? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Oh, wait. Wrong one. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Oops, don't want to skip. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. What do you mean you can't handle the different voices, Gavin? This is what? Oh wait, no, you're not Gavin, you're Corey. Oh, that's what you mean by this is not a tortilla. Anyways, okay. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. My bad, Corey. I got distracted. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club, girl. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought, yo, baby, you gonna whip them out or what? What you gonna do here? No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Yeah, fuck your club. I mean, Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your bitch ass club. Meanie. Finger pyramid. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club, my man. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways, girl? Well... I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. And I love cupcakes. Don't make promises you can't keep, girl. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Yo. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go, Squiggly. I'm dying, Corey. I can't handle these different voices either, man. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Oop, shit, man, bumps the mic. Everyone, the new member is here, Squiggly. I told you, don't call me a new member. Man, I've been jumped in, alright? I've been on the block. I've been known. I glance around the room. Okay, gotta figure out her voice. Oh god, what am I gonna do? I gotta keep track of all this shit, man. And then I know I'm not gonna get through all this tonight. So I'm gonna have to remember this shit in the morning. Okay, I got one.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Oh god, not another one. Let's see. Christ, I don't think I can remember all this shit. I don't even know what voice to do for her.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Oh, not another one. Okay.
Oh, Salty, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
Bang, bang, bang. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
So sorry, man. I was just
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody, Squiggly.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear. What the fuck? And then, oh wait, that was Sayori. I thought it was the other one. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And your two friends there, baby. Alright. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? What was her?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Salty.
Who the fuck are you? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Smoking ass too. I mean, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Yeah. Come sit down, Salty. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes, Squiggly.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited, Squiggly.
How about I make some tea as well?
That's gonna get old. That cough is gonna kill me. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
God.
Ta-da!
Ooh. God. Ooh, wow. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute, Squiggly.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Oh god, please, Jesus. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Yo, bitch, you ain't never seen a 6'8" black man before. Especially one played by a 5'6" white man. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Yo, this is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I don't think so, man. You tripping?
Made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said dash. So, and then she bolted.
Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Oh god. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom, girl?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess, girl. What the fuck's up with your voice, man?
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Oh, this is fun. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me.
So why did you consider the literature club?
The bitches? Nah. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so, shit.
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay. As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised, girl. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Oh, well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
Bitch, why'd you join the fucking debate club? Okay.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Oh, baby, I love the club, man.
You could put it that way. What am I pointing at? Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow into this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah. We'll do our best.
Wait a minute, I keep mixing up these two girls. You know it, she's that one. And the other one is the completely inappropriate homosexual voice. Okay, everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Death to everyone. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Salty, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, Hustler mostly, but, sometimes I branch out to the Playboy. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could change, baby. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. That is a sad smile, I must say. Anyway, what about you, girl?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Oh, I read a horror book once. It was, never mind. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Bitch, what do you want from me, girl?
never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left you left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting.
Oh, she's turning black. I'm sorry.
It looks like you were working on a poem called Dash.
Don't say it out loud. Jeez, Jesus Christ. And give that back.
Fine, Squiggly.
Alright. I forgot. Goddamn it, I forgot her voice, man. It's been so long.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are, Squiggly.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. What the fuck?
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care, asshole?
I think that's impressive, girl. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them. They're like too edgy and stuff.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet, are you? Not like Tupac or fucking Biggie.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Oh god, her voice is hard to do when she always has a lot of shit to say.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Man, I guess it's a shame for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. I have to think about the voices now, goddammit. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone, Squiggly.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Salty?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, hold up, girl. There's still one problem.
What's that?
Where are the white women? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Those do look like some dejected eyes. Look at them bad boys. Got some green ones here. Look at how dejected she's, like blushing.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Salty. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy, Squiggly. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, yo, yo, this is Louie, get the fuck off.
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Oh, thanks, I guess. Motherfucker. Okay.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Salty, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Squiggly.
Yeah, girl. Don't do that shit no more, okay? Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, oh, wrong one. Hey, Salty, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? No, girl, it's kind of moving fast. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well, girl. Might as fucking well. Yay, Squiggly. God, her voice is just so perfect for a gay man. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course,
Monica.
will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Hell no. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Such a happy-go-lucky fella. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright. So, time to write a poem. Here we go. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, you pick a word, and it makes one of these ladies bounce. And that's who you spend the day with or some shit like that? I don't know. So I'm just gonna pick the first word that comes to mind here. Depression, ooh, that's a good one. Death, charm, sticky, oh, that's okay. Insight, waterfall, heartbeat, ooh, suicide, that's fun. Lipstick, hurt, ooh, shit, gotta pick Doki, right? Contamination, uncanny, ooh, secretive, Valentine, giggle, unstable, oh. So it looks like that was mostly Yuri, maybe? Hard to tell. Anyways.
Hi again, Salty. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry, baby. I ain't going nowhere. Shit. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Salty. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, you fucking loser. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Oh god, somebody restart her.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys, Squiggly. Salty always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. I do? Didn't at the beginning say we didn't even like see this bitch? Anyways,
Like cooking.
cleaning my room? You don't cook your room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is messy as fuck. It's distracting. Goddamn girl, clean your shit. And you almost set your house on fire once, you dumb bitch. Who is this? Is that so? Wait. The voices, they're just starting to melt together here.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come you and Salty can become good friends too?
What?
Sayori. Girl. Nothing. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, oops, shit. I'm bumping the mic again. Yuri even brought you something today, you know, Squiggly.
Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy, Squiggly.
It's really nothing.
Yo, what is it, girl?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking, ... I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't you worry about it, girl. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, you fucking loser. So I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace, which, considering your intelligence, is pretty fucking slow. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Excuse me. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Yo, sorry girl, I was looking at something, man. I was just spacing out, girl. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so fuck off.
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same goddamn book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. On accident. Completely on accident.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon, girl. Probably not, though.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very, very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well, read it, you fucking asshole.
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. What the fuck? Isn't that cheating? The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
Well, that's such a happy story. Yo, that's kind of fucking... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Salty?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Glah. I'm sorry. Glah.
Hey, don't apologize, girl. Just shut the fuck up. Haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
That's too fucking late, girl. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. And fucking crazy. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. It's not a fucking listening club, man.
Ah, dash. That's ellipses. Well, that's true, ellipses.
In fact, ellipses, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Aha, what you saying, girl? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get into the book. Get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag and not thrown across the room. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just dash.
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you, girl?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, dash is what I meant to say.
Yo, girl, you funny. You funny, man. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against yours. Ooh, boy. He's smooth. He's smooth criminal. Then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy.
Once we learn... Wait.
Hold on. Focus. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Sorry, fucking dyslexia there. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page, you know what I'm saying?
Here.
Ooh, baby. Over the shoulder perspective. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Is that what my hands look like? Yeah, I got some weird ass thumbs. Yo, baby. What the fuck's going on here? I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Dude, what the fuck?
Are you ready? Aye, Captain. I can't,
Hey, what'd you say?
To turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at something. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Yo, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
You remain silent for a moment.
But Salty, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her, you asshole. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, baby. Hold on. Pump the brakes here. Alright, speed race. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thought. Ow, god damn you, bitch. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight then. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
Oh, what the hell? Come on, girl. Alright, baby. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright, baby. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, man, I just clicked some random fucking words. Fucking, whatchamacallits, they started bouncing around, man. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Yeah, I feel you, dog. I'm fucking live streaming myself doing this, so I couldn't really find much inspiration, because I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait, quickly. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, who should I show my poem to first? Well, you're already talking to Yuri, so I guess we'll share it with her first. That way I don't have to do her voice too much longer. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's gonna hate me.
What the fuck was that, girl? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. Even if you are an asshole, what am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Yeah, you know, just my mixtape mostly. Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Except for my mixtape, which you can pick up soundcloud.com/salty tea leaf.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Yeah, you know, it's written on the bottom there, baby. You see it? See the little URL? Just go there.
Well, I know that.
Well, I'm glad you know that, girl.
I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them and getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Bias? How? What you talking about?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Dick.
Yo, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read you a poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, let's see. I can kind of read this. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Ooh, she flickered back, girl.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
Yeah, seriously, I couldn't fucking read that.
Oh,
Yo, what you talking about? I wasn't thinking that at all. I said it out loud, but I wasn't thinking it.
but it took you a long time to read.
Dash, girl. Dash. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Well, I just don't read script very often. I'm reading a script right now. I actually think your handwriting is pretty fucking ugly.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. I don't know what the fuck it was about, though.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all, girl.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Yuri?
Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Salty. Fucking idiot.
Really? I must have totally missed the point then.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem was only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
Yo, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so.
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Salty.
Girl. Shit. Me too. Good God, that voice. Need some fucking water after that. Oh, man. Good shit. Okay. Who we got next here? Sayori, is that the fucking offensive homosexual one? Okay. This is a good poem, Salty. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course, girl. Of course it's my first time. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who will be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right, squiggly. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. Wait, just that you wrote one. God, shit's hard to read. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now, squiggly. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Oh, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Salty. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Yo, thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Ooh, you sly dog. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? Okay. That would be my way of thanking you, Squiggly. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay, Squiggly. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Alright. Oh my god, here we go. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What the fuck? Yo, Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this shit? No. Silly, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question. You dumb bitch. I forgot to do it last night. ... Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean, you big old brute. God. I still tried my best. Yeah, about that. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. You just suck at writing that shit. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like you. Really? Yeah, for sure. It sounds like you, bitch. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. What the fuck? Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky and shit. Well, I guess there's no point to arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Squiggly. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, girl. She the best. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Oh, else. I guess I look forward to it. There we go. Alright, let's do Natsuki. Her voice is easier.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean, girl? Someone like me.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Oh, wait. Just imagine it. 6'4" black man saying that line like that. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked, you big bitch?
I'll pass.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
Young lady, you are a bit young for that.
Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
Yo, I like it, girl. Shit.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and shit. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Oops.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. That's some bullshit, but
the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro, fucker. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Ka-chow.
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, last one. Monica.
Hi, Salty. Having a good time so far?
Yeah, girl, what the fuck's wrong with your voice?
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Ooh, that's kind of fucking creepy.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, girl, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Salty. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to all get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Delicious. Great job, Salty. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Yeah, always easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, don't you? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of its nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry much about that. You do your own thing, girl. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this, though.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Alright, girl.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh god, more reading. Hole in wall. It could have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influenced by poems lately. A bit. An epiphany? Oops. Yeah, something like that. And I'm mixing the voices. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way for you to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Squiggly.
Whew, goddamn. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. No shit, man. You're gonna have to read all that shit. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's wrong with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language is, I guess. I was trying to say something else. Nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have looked in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. Salty did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, Dash.
Excuse me, ... I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Salty liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
What happened to the music? Ah, music's gone. Oh, there it goes.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Salty appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know I didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ladies, is everyone okay? You know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Salty started showing up.
Not Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little...
Oh god, I gotta do both of them at the same time somehow.
It doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Salty. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems so convoluted for no reason?
The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to... Oh.
The reading should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Salty.
Wait. There is a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Salty?
Yo. Yeah, sure.
Well...
Oh, shit. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... You know what? I think I'm gonna stop it there, guys. This has been a trip, and I will gladly pick this up tomorrow, possibly tomorrow, no promises. So I'm gonna stop it right there for the night. I'm tired, ready for bed. God damn it. I hope you enjoyed all the voices and everything. Like I said, I'll probably try to get on here tomorrow. No promises though, of course, because I fucking suck at streaming. But it's been fun, so hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I promise this will get better soon. All this boring stuff ends. It's actually a pretty interesting game, so stick around, and I will see you guys later.